YouTube to stop us. Working inside the glitch right now. Okay, we live. All right, I'm ready to record. Sounds. Oh, welcome back to Debatable. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. I think this is episode like 19. I think I'll be up there. But this is the first time that we've actually done the first time. We usually just do audio. We do podcast audio, and now we started adding video to it, so on and so forth. You know, we appreciate it, man. Appreciate all the support. MC War, talking to people, letting them know we're the oldest league still in existence. Federation of Rappers, created in 2003, and man, it's been an interesting weekend, man. They out there wilding in Washington D.C. right now. I heard, man, people getting stabbed, man. 33 people arrested. This is crazy. Don't steal the election. And you know what's interesting about Trump when it comes to the election piece is like he is very innovative. I've heard all types of things going on in order for him to stick. But after the voting, after the polls, after, you know what I mean? Like normally the president would say, all right, cool, I'm leaving. But him and his voters and followers don't want him to leave. Nah, he'll take no L's like that, bro. Let me tell you. He fought the NFL. Wow. He had the USFL, right? Back in the 80s. They had Herschel Walker signed to the USFL. Wow. Right? They had Jim Kelly signed to the USFL. Wow. Right? And all the way to the point, so he got in, his whole thing was to get in, right? And compete with them by bringing them from spring season to a fall season, and then if not, take them to an antitrust suit saying that they're a monopoly, like if they're trying to shut them down. So this guy, he's a fighter, man. Like, you know, I mean, Trump is a fighter. He definitely ain't taking no losses. I mean, like, his whole thing is literally, if somebody hits you, you hit him back. So he, you know, that's his mindset. But I don't know if they're saying that the protesters are being fueled by Trump. I'm not saying that they are, they aren't. But the fact is, I'm not saying it is. Like, I mean, look at his presidential campaign. The way he was having the rallies that he was having was induced by violence. Right. You know what I mean? He was using trigger words to incite violence. Okay, so he's a media king, though. Yeah, he's a media king. He fought Ed Koch in the media. I mean, you're fired. You started with your fight. I mean, like right before. Right. And he's been on a trail for presidency for over 30 years. You know, there's a video out there back in the 80s, the early 90s, 80s with him and Oprah. I'm talking about the original Oprah. You know, see what the Afro. Right. And they're having a discussion about him going for presidency. So, I mean, but let's look at it like this, though, right? Say, for instance, Trump's goers, like the trumpets, that because he's definitely the one that's blowing the trumpet. Right. Say Trump's goers actually incite civil war, and these are your militias, right? These are your guys that your ex-military, your Navy SEALs, your Blue Red Heart veterans. Say these guys come out the woodworks, but that's pun intended, but they are coming out the woodworks. Right. You know what I'm saying? When they come out the woodworks and really start putting their guns down, you know what I mean? Because they've done it in Arkansas, they've done it in Washington State. They went to their city halls and actually put their guns out and saying they're not hitting this, that, or the third. Right. So what happens? And I'm only bringing that up to tell y'all, just get out the way. Just get out the way. We ain't got nothing to do with it. I say we, those that don't feel that you need to be a part of any civil war, you know, civil unrest. Exactly. You know, just get out the way. A wise man, shouts out to Dr. Malachi York. A wise man once said,
just get out the way. It don't have nothing to do with us. Just get out the way.
That's a fact. Definitely help freedom.com. And Killer Mike is, I guess he's about to do a live question and answer with Bernie Sanders. And I'm trying to figure out why. I thought that was a rap.
He's still utilizing. Bernie Sanders is a smart guy. He got followers.
Right.
I think Killer Mike right now. He's utilizing anything to continue to propel his momentum. He has momentum.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Both on the music side as well as political. I wouldn't be surprised seeing he becomes a mayor at some point. So,
Killer Mike?
Yeah, definitely. The mayor of Atlanta.
That's a good one.
Yeah,
he's got the popularity for that.
Yeah,
and I think he's got the backing, the financial backing to go for mayor. That's a good one.
He's on to something.
Senator would be really the move, or even congressman. That would be really the move. I just know it'd be a little bit harder, but he definitely could get the mayor position. That's easy.
He's on to something.
Yeah, straight up and down. So this weekend was big in battle rap, man. So y'all already know, man. Smack Volume 6 took place. Goods versus Geechee Gotti. K-Shine versus Pat State. T-Top versus Easy the Block Captain. Arsenal versus Jerry West. Chilla Jones versus B-Dot. Ill Will versus Danny Myers.
That's a nice lineup.
Wow. Shouts out to Smack. It definitely was. Y'all let us know who you think won. Word on the streets is that, the Goods Geechee Gotti, man, is all over the place. Nobody wants to say nothing. But the Pat Stay and K-Shine, it was, everybody's a little bit disappointed in the performance, man. But you know what was interesting? That they shot them. They was in the street. They was like on a street corner or something like that.
Distance.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty crazy, man. I thought the background, I thought that was pretty crazy, man. But shouts out to the Smack Volume 6 that took place this weekend. Also, Disaster versus Saint Da Vinci, right? So this was the last one of the Twitch King of the Dot, series, Grand Prix series, right? So I know they had a face-off, and I guess I saw a little bit of footage of Disaster smacking Saint Da Vinci.
Wow.
Yeah, Saint Da Vinci. Yeah. It was a nice smack. I don't know if they
smack. We're going to smack and battle rap.
Yeah, come on, man. It was a nice slap. Maybe it was because
that's riding the wave of the whole Matt Hoffa thing.
Yeah.
Matt Hoffa got into it, and then now that Twitch they got the situation with Twitch and the Dot, so that he's a pretty notable rapper with King of the Dot.
Right.
So and then when we go smack somebody that's gonna build up his buzz.
I'm almost thinking they might have even been like I don't know.
On the stage?
I
wasn't surprised.
Yeah, because it was a light slap for one, and then you don't just slap somebody and then y'all with a battle after that. This isn't a face off.
They battled after that?
They battled after that.
On stage.
Yeah, so it was like, let somebody smack you. But he won though. At least the boy Saint Da Vinci. Saint Da Vinci won. Shouts out to him. He'll be battling Mark 1, which is dope because Mark 1 is finally getting his flowers. Shouts out to Mark 1. Who we was allowed us to interview him for the Inside MC Boy. Check that out. We talked to him about everything from battle rap, beginning in Detroit, from his footage in the 8 Mile movie all the way to his tag team battles with Quest. Shouts out to Mark 1, but that's the vet right there. Saint Da Vinci, young boy, new guy but it's really good to see Mark 1 at the top. Right now, because he definitely deserves that, man. All the work he's done put in this game.
Yeah,
but yeah.
Not to go too off a tangent of a smack. I heard, I heard that I actually looked it up online that she smacked his dude. He smacked Quiet in this kid. She turned around and smacked him. Reaction. Like, who you calling it? UNITY. That's funny. Reflex. That's funny, but along that vibe. That's disrespectful. Along that vibe. We don't do that. No. That's total self-control. Right. And I know it's part of his scheme and stuff like that, but we gotta have respect because this is the only sport that both a man and a woman can face off on. Maybe in the future, because women are getting more vocal. Right, maybe in the future they might be in the NBA. Who knows? It might be one, you know.
But not but that. But touching a woman,
mental sport.
Yeah. Come on. Stop it. But what is it called? Andre 3000. Well, T.I.
Okay.
And Young Thug having a conversation on Expeditiously.
Right.
And as they're having a conversation, Andre 3000 is brought up. Right. You know what I mean? And T.I. was like, well, how you gonna bring up Andre 3000? But he's a legend. He does classic.
Right.
And then you did a song with Elton John. I mean, like,
oh, you did?
Yeah,
I didn't even know that.
I didn't either. Wow. You did a song with Elton John, and Elton John, shouts out to the LGBT, but Elton John is kind of off of the topic of what we do. Like, how you gonna?
So what did he say about
Well, he basically said he made remarks about Andre 3000 and Andre 3000 that smacks fire out of him. Smack. But it's alleged. You know what I'm saying? It's alleged. But along with the smacking, I'm like, because Andre 3000 is a real introvert.
Right.
He just got to keep himself. You know what I'm saying? He's scared of crowds. Right. You know what I mean?
Scared of crowds, or just doesn't avoids crowds?
He avoids crowds.
Yeah, because I want to say scared. Well, I
said scared of crowds because he gets intimidated. He gets intimidated. Right. By a large crowd.
Right. Did he say that, or did he say he don't want to be around a large crowd? One time he said,
well, what he did say was that a large crowd is therapeutic, right?
Okay.
And then it is. But the one time he said that Paul McCartney and Prince came to one of the shows at Coachella, right? And he was like, he was really awkward. The people that was there to interview him, he felt really awkward to go out there.
He might have been what's it called? That might have been intimidating, being Paul McCartney. That's the Beatles,
right?
And Prince, that's Prince, right? The two, arguably two biggest artists living on the planet, outside of Michael Jackson. Right. So that could have been just, that could have definitely been intimidation.
But I thought it was interesting that
he heard. I didn't catch everything he said, but I heard he made a couple of comments. Did you catch it? There was some comments that Young Thug made about his music, is what I heard. Yeah, about Andre 3000. I don't know. If you don't know, we get back to that. But I read a couple of things and stuff like that. Right. But speaking of verses, man, which one you want to go? E40. What's it called? Too Short. About to do a verses. That's about to be. Yeah, it's the bay. It's the bay.
Shouts out to Smith.
Yeah.
Shouts out to.
But you know what I started thinking?
It stimulates record sales.
It does. But you know what I started thinking? After seeing Bone Crusher and Pass Detroit, right? After us organizing that one might have been better as a versus. Like Too Short and E40. I don't know if I necessarily want to see them battle each other.
Hey, you heard Squad say Swiss and Timberland. Go ahead and do Bone Crusher and
I think it's late now. We already did the battle. I think it's late now.
I'm saying based on the records.
But E40 and Too Short, I would never have put them to battle each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have never did that.
E40 is an acquired taste.
So right, no, and I like E40. I'm not saying E40 can't battle nobody, but him battling Too Short. But then again, I'm not from the Bay, so maybe seeing it from the Bay Area, my state. But to me, Mr. Fab is somebody that from the Bay definitely should battle. And I think E40 should be battled, but not some. I don't know. Like I said, do you really want to see them go off their head battling?
It's not my era. It's not my era.
Exactly.
A coast.
Exactly. But being that you got, I would appreciate
that
you got
it's taking place.
You got a smack. You got a MC war. You got a versus. You follow what I'm talking about? Right. There's places for everybody. You follow what I'm talking about? Like me personally, I don't want to see a Jay-Z Nas on versus. I want to see Jay-Z Nas on MC War because they're gonna battle each other over a beat. What we used to. You follow what I'm talking about?
What they used to.
Exactly. What they used to and what we used to. That's the shit. We creating content for people like us. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So but I wouldn't want to necessarily see them just play the songs. We done heard the songs. You know what I'm saying? Like, with Gucci and Jeezy, that probably was the better platform because we don't want to see nobody die. And I don't necessarily know if I want to, I would like to see Gucci battle though. I ain't gonna lie.
Come on. He said he would battle. We interviewed him and he said he would battle.
But them two, we always knew and somebody might die over that. Just like, okay, like for instance, the two young boys, 22 G's and Chef, what's his name? Chef G. 22 G's and Chef G, the young boys from
the driller.
Yeah. I would love them to battle, face to face, but these guys are so, what's the word, volatile, man. Like, we don't want nobody dying, man. Like,
Grand Theft Auto, that generation is Grand Theft Auto.
Definitely,
So I get that. I definitely get that. But see, but going back to MC War, and everything you're saying is right on point. Going back to MC War is for a matured athlete, you know what I mean, within battle rap, you know what I mean. Not saying it's like, again, I compare boxing and MMA. You know what I'm saying? Right. So like, you train, you understand no below the belt, you understand, you know what I'm saying, you're going off these points. So that's MC War, and we want to be able to give it to the world in a professional manner.
Right, and I don't want to shout no names. There's a lot of names that I want to talk about that perfect for the platform, but I don't, because we actually want the names, right?
We're gonna have them. I'm gonna have them.
Yeah, but some names we want now, so we're not, and we talking to now, so we don't want to build too much on that. But definitely, there's definitely certain people's artistry we want on the platform, because we're going to get the fire producer to do the beats, right? Like somebody was just bringing up Soaring the Kid and E40. If y'all didn't see that battle, check out Soaring the Kid.
Check out Math Hoffa versus K. Shine.
Of course. But that one's a more popular one that has more viewership on the channel, whereas the Soaring the Kid doesn't have as many views. But when you watch it, you're going to see that's an epitome of what we're talking about. Shouts out to the producer, New Old Kid, did the beats for that joint. You know what I'm saying? And y'all get an idea of what serious MC War is. And Math Hoffa K. Shine is also the perfect example of a serious MC War.
We did
go ahead. Yeah,
we did Arsenal versus
Goods.
Goods.
Yeah, but that was like a friendly.
It was like a bone crusher.
And they was talking that, and nah, it was definitely not like that.
It wasn't that friendly?
Nah, it wasn't that friendly. But it was definitely friendly. But it was funny because they was on the last stream Smack did on Caffeine. I saw both Goods and Arsenal talking about how they should have went at each other. Who was it? It wasn't the Homie, the God battle. It was who was it, man? It was two guys that knew each other well, and they wanted them to go hard at each other, and they didn't really go hard. And I'm like, well, man, that's the same thing y'all did. You know what I mean? MC War. Right. Y'all played around with it, man.
Yeah. But it's cool because I look at it like this like Twitter or Google or any one of them investments that's fuel into their business model. Right, where they dump. We dumped a lot of money. We definitely on our Dame Dash CEO. Right. Do it with your own bread. Right. You know what I'm saying? And the fact that we're doing it that way, and we know we're gonna hit that hit. And the proof of that is the E40 versus K. Shine. Right. Math Hoffa versus K. Shine. Right. E40 versus
Sorry, Kid.
No.
And
Cyborg.
Yeah.
E40 Cyborg.
Yeah, that's
crazy.
Too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like,
I think, but I even between them two, I think the Soaring Kid was more.
It was lyrical.
Of course. Yeah, because there was a couple of punchlines that was like the funny comical punchlines. Because when we making a recording, making a record, I don't necessarily want to be driving, reciting certain corny punchlines. Y'all know cats can win a battle with a punchline. It's not something that you really want to go ahead and rock out to. Where Soaring Kid and E40, everything was solid bars. Like, it was like solid.
All you gotta do is check out Soaring the Kid's catalog. Go out to SoundCloud. Type up Soaring the Streams. Crazy streams. Incredible. And then for him to get out, because I think when you're making records, that's a particular comfort zone. Right. Once you get to that particular place where you're able to drop records, and get into that creative zone where you're able to do that, and then you come out of that particular zone and you say you're about to compete face to face, spitting bars. That's incredible. Yeah, and Soaring Kid did it, and he did this thing with E40.
He definitely did, man. He definitely did. Well, outside of that, man, definitely Reggie P, Chef Trez. We released that yesterday. You go mcwar.com. It's available VOD. Chef Trez did his thing. Reggie P did his thing. And in the undercard was Cypher the Lyrical, young boy from out of Atlanta, Battle Rap versus Luca Pete. This is his first debut. And they went in.
Cypher the Lyrical said, check out my Afro.
Right.
I'm paraphrasing, but I love that line. And the man had a serious 60s Afro. That Afro was clean. Shouts out to that man.
Facts, man. But yeah, man, listen, man, definitely check that out. And man, right now they're locking everybody down again, right? Right now it's quarantine century right now.
Be safe, man. Be safe, man. Be safe, man. Especially the people that are that's susceptible to get adverse. Susceptible to get pre-existing conditions. You know, if you're overweight, if you have asthma, if you have diabetes, there's a series of things. Because heart attack is like one of the major things for it's chronic. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, just pay attention to that. And be big on your vitamin C, right? You know what I'm saying? Be big on your greens, like, you know, stuff that you take for granted. Be big on it because it's actually helping your immune system fight off if somebody got a cold or have the corona and they're talking in your face and they're gonna hit you with it. It's just like fighting off a common cold. It's just that this particular common cold has been weaponized, right? And it's been weaponized to the point where it's gonna attack your lungs. It's gonna attack other parts of your organs. You know what I'm saying? Searching for weakness inside your body. The vessel in order to take you down.
Right, man. You gotta definitely protect yourself. And I see that they locking down London. I guess London's on lockdown. And December 16th, they're gonna figure out whether or not to release it. The Dutch, same thing. Poland, same thing. Russia, South Korea spiking. So it's definitely, you know, serious, man. But hey, man, shouts out to West Africa, man, you know, because whatever's going on over there, whether it's the heat over here, because, you know, we're in West Africa, actually, we're in Liberia. But whatever's going on over here, man, whether the heat, I don't know. But guess what? Coronavirus is not here like that, you know?
Listen, all I can say is, you know, of course, people are wearing masks. You know, they exercise social distancing. You know what I mean? They don't found a leopard. I think in some part of Africa,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, they found the leopard.
That was in Africa.
It was in Africa.
What's it? Raobat Zamal. Raobat, we saw it. It's a kind of, yeah, it's something.
Raobat. All right, but my point is, I think they're gonna put it there in some places. Yeah, you have these sophisticates,
right?
And I'm about to get on my my paranoia conspiracy tangent.
So all good.
Point. But when Bill and Melinda Gates said the floor is going to be, people going to be dead all over the place. Right. When they made that statement and made it public, right? It was like it was done, deal, sealed, written in stone. This was about to happen, right? And it has not happened. So when I hear a leopard in the jungle got coronavirus, then I think somebody's spraying the air. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you know, just like bird flu and stuff like that. So that's what my mind automatically goes to.
Right.
I'm not saying it's fact.
Right.
I'm just saying that's what my mind goes to.
Even me saying that's a fact is because it's a natural reaction that if you got animals catching it like that, plus it's all over the world. Like it's not, you know, come on, like it's just like, come on. You know, you telling me that 1 or 2 people, you know, carrying the virus all over the world. That's, you know, it's just not practical to me. Like, you know, it just doesn't make sense.
You know, so just be safe and pay attention. Like, you know, you have them planes doing the chemtrails. You know, I think you got them planes that's also putting out. You know, we living in a different day and time. And going back to the Guys Stones.
Oh yeah,
in Georgia,
Guys
Stones
in
Elberton, Georgia. On the stones, it says that part of their plan is to get the population down to 500 million. Can you imagine?
500,000, wasn't it? It might be 500 million. Okay, go ahead.
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be.
500,000.
I wouldn't. Listen, y'all look it up.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Georgia Guidestones.
Georgia Guidestones. I wouldn't say no to 500,000 because we at 8 billion.
Yeah.
The population of the planet is 8 billion. So if they're saying 500,000 or 500 million, that's a controlled number.
Right.
That population is controlled.
Right.
So you have to really comprehend the day and time we're living in. Elon Musk going into space.
What?
I mean, he done made
declarations. And the other guy, what's the other guy name?
Jeff Bezos.
And the other guy from Virgin Galactic. They doing right now. They doing orbitals around the planet right now. So we're about to. They launching from what is it? We was talking about on the last show. Yeah. The spaceport out of New Mexico. I mean, right.
You have to really pay attention to what's going on. And what happens is we as a people we get easily desensitized. Like, now it's cool to wear face masks. You know what I'm saying? Whereas before, face masks, Michael Jackson did it. You know what I'm saying? And other than Mike Jackson. Other than Mike Jackson,
and the gloves.
You know what I'm saying? And the gloves. Other than Mike Jackson, you see a face mask when you go to the hospital. Right. Period. So now it's like, okay, it's a global thing. And now we desensitize. This is a part of what we do on an everyday. Right. But we have to pay attention, and we have to proper preparation prevents poor performance. Right. We have to get on it like that, you know what I'm saying? And we have to be able to really understand and understand that it's about getting our passports right now. Right. I'm gonna continue saying this every episode, like, get your passport. Right. You know what I'm saying? And if you're able to make a move, make a move. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just where we at right now. We live in a very interesting day and time. Civil war. It might happen. Right. You know what I'm saying? So unfortunately, you know what I mean? Because you have the majority of the people, which is the population of the North America or United States of America. Right. It's over 300 million. Us Africans in America consist of only 40 plus million. You know what I mean? So you factor that. You know what I'm saying? So between 300 million and 400 million, you still have like another 260 million people that's saying if they want war, they're gonna go to war. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta prepare for that, And then coronavirus, it's just real. You know what I'm saying? So like, you really want to be able to pay attention to what's going on. You know what I mean? And the children that's like 5, 10, 15, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They really don't know. They're following your leads. It's imperative that you get into the books, you listen to these talk shows, you just start listening. Right. You know what I mean? You zone out, surf YouTube on the topics, and protect yourself.
That's a must, because even economically, so much has changed right now. Man. Like, what's going to be the future? Like, so many industries are not coming back. Live event industries may never come back. We don't know. We hope so. Over here, possibly.
It's happening.
Right over here.
Pool parties look crazy.
Matter of fact, shouts out JT, the bigger figure. He's over in Kenya right now. Nairobi, he was in a party last night.
A lot of people was there.
I mean, I'm just saying, but in America, things are changing, man. So you got to definitely be on top of your studies, man, straight up and down. But, I think that's it, man.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy you people coming on. You know what I'm saying? Definitely share, tell a friend. Subscribe,
hit the bell,
man.
You heard? Go to patreon.com. Right. Go to mcwar.com. Get the Chef Trez versus Reggie P battle.
What? Go to www.mcwar.com. Pick up a t-shirt.
Man, I forgot. Go get the New World Order 3, February 2nd. Charlie Clips versus OP. Big K versus Sway 7. E-Ness versus Big T. Tickets available now, man. We appreciate y'all, man. Straight up and down.
Yo, if you are an MC, you had to have an MC War journal.
Facts.
Pick up an MC War journal. Man.
Facts. And we're going to put all the links right there inside the description window. And if there's a topic y'all want us to debate over, talk to y'all about, man, definitely put it in there in the comments. We want to hear y'all thoughts on what we're discussing right now and get some feedback. We appreciate y'all, man. We'll see y'all tomorrow, same time.
It's debatable.